Welcome to the shooting show. This week we return to December and follow Jason Doyle as he attempts to finish off his cull plan. Plus we bring you all the latest news from the shooting world. We're back in the depths of winter with our resident Irishman, Jason Doyle. His stalking ground is teeming with Sika, but there's a different deer species on the cards today. Starting from the low ground, we'll be heading to the tops with Jason in search of a red stag, or hind, or hybrid that fits the cull plan. Spying the ground with the Swarovski binos reveals some early promise. Jason's confident he can see deer on the skyline up ahead. We stalk slowly and methodically, hopeful of getting a better shot. As we gain height, we find everything going our way. The deer have come down towards us and a shot might be on. Last time we were out with Jason, we got some luck early on, and it looks like this might be a repeat. But it's not to be. They spook quickly, so it's back to walking and stalking.
Well, we've just come back down off the hill. We had a good stalk. Typically up there you never see the deer until they've seen you, and sure enough it happened again. Had a chance at a hind. She was just standing broadside nicely. It was about the only animal in the herd that I could get a clear shot at, and then she just turned and faced on, and I wasn't comfortable taking the shot, so they disappeared over the skyline. So we've just come back around now. Wind is a little bit funny in this valley now, but we've seen a bunch of deer right up the top of the valley. Looked like most of them were stags, but we're going to try and stalk through some of these forestries and see if we can get in.
The ascent might have been for nothing, but the stalk is still on. We cover the ground quickly in an effort to get to the next promising location. Soon we come across a perfect cull candidate. It's not a red or a Sika, but a hybrid.
Right, well, we're into 200 yards now of this hybrid, and it turns out it's a little spiker, real small little points. Doesn't look like a yearling. I'd say it's probably a 2 or 3 year old stag that just has a really crap head. So I don't think we're going to get a little bipod shot, so I'm going to have to get on the sticks and take a shot over the gate. But it's about 220 yards. We'll just go a little bit closer, see if we can get him.
The stag is dead on his feet with a perfect heart shot, and Jason's confident that the deer will go down. A few seconds later, we watch it do just that in full view.
Well, that was quite an exciting stalk. We've come out this evening. There's only a couple of days left on the stags. I've shot very few stags this year myself. I shot one on the show and a couple of prickets. I don't usually shoot trophy stags, and we saw these animals come out here. There was a real cracker there, beauty of an 8-pointer, probably getting on for bronze medal, and there was actually 2 good 8s there. Unfortunately, every time I'm out with the rifle now, it's sort of on a professional basis, and I'm more interested in the cull plan and getting that executed than shooting trophy stags myself. So those stags will be safe now until next year, but this hybrid pricket had to go, little spiker. He doesn't look like a year-old animal. I'd say he's maybe 2-year-old. He has a big heavy mane on him, but the hybrids are diluting the purebred Sika. So any chance we get, we'll take a few out when we see them. And luckily there's not too many on this estate, and we managed to keep on top of them. But it's nice when you have a specific quarry in mind, and when we can get them like this.
Taking out these hybrids is a primary requirement to maintain the integrity of the Sika herd.
Good boy. Good boy.
Jason elects to drag the stag out of the field before gralloching. It's not been a quick stalk to get here, but it was worth it.
What's the knife, Jay?
This is it's an ember leaf. It's a prototype they've done specifically for bigger deer, for sort of reds and fallow, but it's ideal for this guy as well. It's a little bit bigger than I'm normally using for Sika, but it's absolutely excellent. The steel is without a doubt the best steel I've ever used. It just takes an edge that would frighten you, and I've given this some grief. I usually look after my knives, but because this isn't mine and they wanted me to test it, I've been giving it some stick. And literally you can gralloch, head and hock and split the brisket on 8-10 deer and not have to sharpen it. It's just quite incredible what they can manage to do with steel nowadays.
The next step is to load the pickup and head for home. Or it should be. On our way back to the vehicle, we get one more surprise.
Well, that was a real stroke of luck. We were just walking back to get the car to go and pick up that hybrid, and I just walked around the corner here, and half a dozen or so deer coming out of the bog in front of us into the field, and all stags apart from one young hind, looks like a yearling. So pretty rush shot, to be honest. Just quickly managed to get onto the sticks and placed the bullet behind the shoulder, about 220 yards I think. But nice to get another one in the bag, and doing well now. We've 2 shot this evening, so I think we'll go down and sort this one out. It's getting dark quickly now and the temperature's dropping fast, so we'll get her sorted out, get back with maybe a half-hour walk back to the car, and come and pick them up and head for home.
As the light fades, we finally collect the pickup and load up both deer. What started as a frustrating stalk has turned out to be a double success. Jason bringing home the venison there, and now it's the shooting show news.
This is the shooting show news. New research into woodland has confirmed what we all know, that deer management is crucial to preserving biodiversity and the health of habitats. Evidence gathered by 3D laser scanning says woodlands with high deer densities are fundamentally different in their structure, not only in the understory where deer browse, but throughout the whole forest canopy. In other words, there are simply too many deer in the environment, and refusing to manage them will have severe knock-on effects for the whole countryside. It's now just a few weeks until the Northern Shooting Show. This indoor-outdoor extravaganza takes place for the second time at the Yorkshire Event Centre in Harrogate on the 6th and 7th of May. This year's show is set to grow by a third, thanks to the addition of a state-of-the-art new hall, and that's in addition to all the shooting exhibitors and attractions you know and love. Don't forget to say hello to Sporting Rifle and Airgun Shooter magazines while you're there. Custom gun maker John Jeffries has relaunched the 25-bird Diamond Masters discipline. The clay shooting competition throws a sequence of random clays from a single trailer loaded with Bowman traps. The sequence includes driven, going away targets and the use of oscillating launchers. We spoke to John about why he brought the game back after nearly 30 years.
It's fantastic to set up, it's so simple, you can drive straight into a pitch and within 10 minutes literally it can be running. It's a great filler in for clubs, it's a great practice device, and I feel that it could just take on around the country for people wanting to have something extra to the shoots that to the disciplines that are already out there. It's fantastic for shows and fetes, and it's a money earner. The cost of that is around £10,000, £10,500. But we will rent it out for £300 a day. The first trial day we had of this unit recently, it became incredibly popular at that first day. We actually took £800, and there was a very good margin of profit for the charity that we were doing on that day.
And finally, don't miss the new look issue of Airgun Shooter magazine on sale this Thursday. With Editor-in-Chief Mike Morton at the helm, the magazine has introduced a host of new features as well as an eye-catching new design. Inside you'll find a whole new section dedicated to FT and HFT, an interview with Olympic airgun shooter Jen McIntosh, plus a roundup of sub-£1,000 air rifles. Subscribe to Airgun Shooter now by visiting myfavouritemagazines.co.uk. That was the Shooting Show News.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.